quick tip when you work with some sort of quilting effect on jackets. For example, I'm working on a jacket that has front yokes and back yoke with this special effect. So basically, I don't cut out the pieces yet until I'm done with the stitching, the quilting. Then I do the cutting, because if you do it before, it's very hard to control it. It kind of um, becomes difficult to handle. So I learned this the hard way. So I normally leave extra fabric around the pattern pieces. So when I finish, I just cut out. So that's one important thing to keep in mind. This is the style I'm working on, and I'm specifically talking about this yokes. So the yokes have to have some sort of cushion underneath, and I'm going to show you how that is handled. I basically cut everything. Everything is cut except the yoke. Here are the front yokes, and the back yoke, it's on a fold. So if you see, there are some lines drawn because I have to go and add a stitch there. And that is when this polyfill extra loft comes into play. So this is basically, what is it, quilt batting. It's 100% polyester, and what it does is that when you add a top stitch on top of it, it's going to create some effect where it's kind of like the stitching is going to go down, sink, and then the middle is going to kind of pop up a bit. So what I did, I'm cutting more of the cushion, or how do you call that, the batting. This is 1/8. It's not that thick. Maybe I will go with 2/8. Not so sure. I'm gonna test it on some piece of fabric first. I already cut some piece of fabric where I can test it. And depends on how it's gonna come out before I actually do the sewing on the real pieces. I have to test it first. And the other thing I need to do, I'm going to use blue chalk I have, and I'm going to test if it's going to go away so I can trace my lines, but I can show you this as we go. So first I'm going to add a setting stitch on the bottom. I can go like the big stitching side, the bottom. I do that on that side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I make sure it's parallel. The bottom, it's kind of covered, so it's not really straight over there, but it's okay as long as it's the piece of fabric it's inside of the cushion. Okay, so now we're good. Now I'm going to mark the lines. So in this case, I'm using white powder. I started with blue, but then yellow. I have yellow too. But what about if the yellow becomes kind of like off-white after? So I rather do white on white, and I can follow the powder right there, so it's good. What I normally would do, but my pencil broke. It's better to kind of mark the spacing at the edge of the material, and I can do extra stitchings that I might not use at all, but it's better if I have them outside of the area that I'm going to use. So I did it this way this time, and I missed one on the bottom, so I'm gonna do that one on the bottom right now. Oh, look at that. Good. So this is what I did. I mark an inch spacing from this side and that side, and I'm just going to trace it with the white chalk. And I'm going to use the fattest, the widest regular foot. So let's see if I have one like that. I'm going to use this one. Here we go. And here we go. This is the piece we need. See?